Hello and welcome, my name is Lynx and we are playing Tokidoki Tactical Squad. That is correct. That will be a little bit of a rushed recording. Because little time. But tomorrow it might change. We'll see. Let's get to it. A sniper is useless when surrounded. There are simply too many Virions. You're completely outnumbered. They slowly converge around you as if collectively deciding that you're the easier prey. Irene! Your friend charges in the fray, pulling the Virions away from you. No! You can get away, you're safe. But you pay the price of a life and a promise. You snap out of it. Your work sits on your desk, still unfinished. You glance at the time. It's been a while. Chica should be back by now. Did something happen to her? You should check just in case. Just in case. You start at the mess hall, then check the classrooms and the training grounds. Nova is at the mess hall and Eureka at the training grounds, but you find no trace of Chica. Is there no music? Did I turn something off? No, there is no music. Both Nova and Eureka spoke to her earlier, apparently, but they had no idea where she went after that. They don't seem particularly willing to reconcile with one another yet, either, but that can wait until you've found who you're looking for. You try the sleeping quarters. The lights are off as if nobody's there. When you turn them on, you see a ball of sheets curled up atop the bed labeled HRN. That's Chica's code. Chica? The sheets stir. You rush over, concerned, hastening your movements, and sit next to her on the edge of the bed. Chica, what's wrong? What happened? She's asleep then. When her head pokes out, you see her forced, tired smile. Oh, hi, Aris. It's nothing. It's definitely not nothing. Did those two say something to you? If I try to insult you, I swear. No, it's not that. It's just, I couldn't. I promised you I would take care of it. I really wanted to help. But I failed. They wouldn't listen to me. What are you talking about? I thought I was good with people, but I was only fooling myself. Oh, you mean those two? Okay, the other two members fighting with each other. Got it. I couldn't help them get along. Listen, you can't force people to get along. You can't. That's how life is. Couldn't even do that much. The bedsheets rustle as she shifts to rest her head on your lap. Lucky. You can't help but reach down and pat her head, doing your best to comfort her.
You already did plenty just by trying. It's not your fault those two are being difficult.
True.
You gave it your best shot, and that's what counts.
You don't expect much from me, do you?
Come on.
Even on missions, when I'm supposed to protect you, you always take the lead. As if you don't trust me to handle it.
Well, you know each other for like 2 days, so it kind of makes sense.
I guess it makes sense. I'm unreliable. A liability.
To trust someone, you need time.
You're not. That's not what I meant. Not at all. Just knowing you wanted to help was already a weight off my shoulders. That alone meant so much. You said it yourself. The squad should work together.
Together.
Our troubles are mine too. So don't try to take on all the burden by yourself. I'm your squad leader, so that should be my job.
True.
I'm sorry. I'm always overthinking things. I'm so stupid.
You're not stupid. I should be the one to apologize. I'm sorry that I made you feel like I didn't trust you. You're one of the strongest people I've ever met, and I couldn't feel safer to have you by my side. I just...
You just?
can't stand the thought of seeing anyone else get hurt again.
Gotcha.
Iris,
I wish Chica was louder, not gonna lie.
I don't think I could stand seeing you get hurt either.
Then we feel the same way. I'm glad.
I feel like it's a common thing for indie games. Obviously, you sort of... Can I say outsource? Not really. You have to find voice actors on your own. So, you know, they will have different setups to record the voice and so on. So it kind of makes sense for them to not be at the same volume. But I guess afterward it is kinda rough to edit that. Yeah. I know that very well. I say that, but I suck at editing sound as well. By the way. For I bet you realize that by now. I feel like... to be fair, I feel like maybe I do know how, but I'm never satisfied with the sound. Always. Always. Anyway. Chica's smile looks more genuine now. You let out a small sigh of relief and pat her head once more for good measure. By the way, Chica getting a lap pillow is kinda dangerous. I mean, I would be kind of worried that she might stab me with that horn somewhere. And everywhere. As you pull your hand away, you notice a fresh swollen scar along the back of Chica's neck. What?
What's this? How long have you had it?
It's a scar.
It's just a little scratch from our mission. Don't worry about it.
What do you mean don't worry about it?
Of course I'll worry about it. You should have told me immediately.
Nah, she should just have gone to the medic, that's all.
It's fine, really. It doesn't hurt. You used your regen round on me, remember?
Oh, there is also that.
That's just a load of painkillers and adrenaline.
Oh.
Honestly.
Oh.
Just a moment.
Oh, I thought you were healing. You don't have healing at all. Ooh, that's no good. You reach into Chica's cubby and rummage through her first aid kit until you find some disinfectant and bandages. Before she can protest, you get to work. Fortunately, the wound is not as bad as it looked at first glance. It does not take you long to clean and patch it up.
As much as I appreciate you coming to my rescue, using a flare to lure a horde of Virions your way was a really terrible idea.
Yeah. Maybe.
But leaving you to die would have been an even worse idea.
Sure. But then again, you would possibly cease to exist yourself. So it's like life for life?
Yeah, but... well...
Chica giggles and you can't help but reciprocate.
Let me be the one to come to your rescue this time. It's not quite life or death, but still, I'll find a way to get Eureka and Nova on board.
Again, they don't need to get along. What they need to is just work well together on the, let's say, battlefield. But other than that, they really don't need to get along.
Perhaps I should try luring them with a flare.
Also, can we appreciate how neat and in line all those books are? So nice. Anyway.
I thought you said that was a terrible idea.
It could work. It could work.
You both giggle again, this time a little lighter.
Okay, I'll let you be my hero.
I'll let you be my hero. You leave Chica to rest while you tackle the mission of getting your new team members to cooperate. Hopefully you'll just need to talk sense into one of them and they'll figure it out on their own from there. But who would be easiest to convince? More open to dialogue. Oh, more open to dialogue. Something tells me it would be Eureka. She seems more like a calm and collected person. While, well, Nova seems to be explosive. Yeah, let's go with that. She's still right where you left her, in the training grounds, swinging her sword in slow, repetitive motions. You found Chica? I did. Good. She turns to Drus without another word. So, Eureka, I want to ask you about Nova. Why ask me? Find her instead. No, I mean, I'm looking for your opinion, your thoughts. We all need to be able to work together if we are to complete our missions successfully. So I need to understand what the issue is between you two, and if there is anything I can do to remedy it. Eureka finally stops swinging her sword. She sheathes it with a sigh and turns to address you directly.
There is nothing you can do. She is the issue. You saw it. The mock battle. I failed because of her.
What?
She had to distract the defender. I would defeat you, but no.
She begins to swing her arms widely with gestures you attribute to frustration.
She wants to explode everything. Absurd. So loud. So tasteless. Only serves to clean up trash.
You take a step back to avoid running into her flailing blade.
Loose cannons like that girl are nothing but disrespect to the art of battle. Crude and vulgar.
Okay.
When an opponent is worthy, every strike must be sketched out in advance. Planned to perfection and
Oh,
perfectly
boy.
executed.
I would argue with that. I would argue with that. What if you can't plan something out? Come on. She's talking strategy. Finally, a language you understand. Yes, planning is crucial. It can mean the difference between life and death. I can't guarantee anything, but if you have a certain set of tactics you prefer to use, I can try to integrate them to our team dynamics. Tell me how you fight, and I'll make sure you have the room to do so, even with others on the field. Eureka's ears perk up at this! Really? I can fight how I want? So long as we plan ahead, yeah. Her tail starts swishing aggressively and the hunger shines in her eyes.
I'll shred its hamstrings. I'll chop off its hands, claw after claw. I'll pierce its windpipe and emerge through the spine, slicing every nerve along the way.
Sounds good.
Carve butterfly wings on its back, empty out its insides, slice off its head and make a fountain of blood. The final act, just before its motionless encore. Ah!
She seems to catch herself. Her shoulders shrink and she goes quiet. Oh boy. She might have gotten a little too excited about that. You try to parse her fidgeting, Jesus, what am I even saying? You try to parse her fighting style through all of that vivid imagery. There is some logic among the madness. When it comes down to it, it's surprisingly simple. So, you specialize in a single targets, and you don't flinch at the thought of facing down a dangerous enemy. It might not be such an outlandish idea to put you in their path. With the speed and accuracy you showed during training, you might even be able to take on an anomaly one-on-one. In that case, I'd have to move the rest of the team to... An anomaly? With a canvas astral blast that I could... She dives into another lengthy description of the art of war, ranting and raving until the PA system interrupts with its evening announcement. Oh, it's lights out already. You're about to head back to the bunk room when Eureka starts to stutter and stumble as if trying to say something. She tries her best to get the point across to no avail. You wait a moment and she finally manages to get the words out. You didn't leave. You took it seriously. Thank you. Heck yeah. By some miracle, Eureka and Nova reach a truce. Yes! And agree to follow your orders without complaint, under the condition that you make sure they don't get in each other's way. I mean, they still need to be able to cooperate. What if by making a lot of explosions you can create a path of stealth? Quirky as their approaches might be, their combat styles are surprisingly sound and work decently well with the synergy when Chica heavily built. Speaking of her, Chica was ecstatic to hear that things went well. Her cheer is contagious, and brightens up the room whenever the four of you get together. In between squad meetings, you bury yourself in bureaucracy and study up on strategies that make the most of everyone's advantages. But there's something missing, still. All those malwares rely on trust on Commandier in order to succeed. After all, delegating your survival to a stranger is nigh on impossible. In essence, you don't know your squad well enough. There isn't enough time for proper team building, not with schedules as tight as yours. Untighten them. But you have time for a short break, and classes have just concluded. It might be a good day to get to know at least one person a little better. No, don't delete anything. You know what? Let's check on Nova this time. Why not? What does Nova even do with her free time? Anyway. You try the classroom in hopes that you might ask the girls there where your squad mate has run off to. But when you get there, you find that surprisingly Nova is still there. She's the only one left in the room, in fact. She's hunched over her desk, scribbling furiously over a book. She's so concentrated she doesn't even notice your approach. You clear your throat and she all but jumps out of her seat. Hi, Nova. Don't you hide me, you freaked me out! While she catches her breath, you glance down at the book. Crudely drawn stick figures litter the margins of its pages. Wait, does that one have green hair? And the blonde one next to it? Is this supposed to be me and Chica? That one looks like Eureka, and is that? She slams the book shut.
It's none of your damn business.
Her eyes shine with unshed tears. Does she think you're going to make fun of her? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I was just curious. We're all holding things, but they didn't look like our regular weapons. Could be that you've come up with a new fighting strategy. What? You know! You don't get it! She opens the book again and flips to the corresponding page. They're instruments! See? Instruments of what? Instruments. End of sentence. Of music, duh! Chica has a microphone, and you have a bass, Eureka has a guitar, and I'm playing the drums. Together it's called a band. She coughs and slams the book shut again. Not that anyone cares. Then these bands take each into specialized strands and align them for the purpose of music creation. Ah, you applied squad dynamics to a different setting outside a battle. Fascinating. It's not like it was my ideal puns were real. That's before the VVVs showed up. I was just thinking, if when we finally get rid of all the VVs, since we're a squad, we could whatever. A world without VVs, Virions, is wishful thinking, frankly. It's been proven to you time and time again. Still, it's pleasant to imagine. We don't have to wait until the war ends to try something like that. In fact, it could make for a very effective teamwork drill. Hey. Oh, why would you? You didn't need to add that last part. I'll see how we can incorporate it into our schedule. Seriously? Of course, we don't have any of those instruments, but if we apply similar methodology... Nice! But let's do this too! And this! And this! And this! She flips open her books and starts pointing at drawing after drawing. This is going to take a while, which is fine. After a few days of peace and quiet, your next mission brief arrives. Oh boy. With the file firmly in your hands, you summon your team to the meeting room to go over the details. Command has issued orders to gain control of a newly designated sector. Our squad has been assigned Building E, located on the perimeter's outermost edge. Ooh. It might be the best or the worst place to be at. Because, you know, maybe the most dangerous area is in the center, so being on the outer is the safest. What if the center is actually the safest, and you know, the further away you go from it, it's the more dangerous? It can be one or the other. Damn it. Anyway, our objective is twofold. First, we are to conduct a movement-to-contact operation, eliminating any hostiles we encounter along the way. Okay, so I assume we are going to the center. Second, we must do a sweep of the area for any intel or assets that might prove beneficial to the cause. In other words, we are to clear out the building and bring back anything useful we find. Chica will take the lead, followed by Nova, who will be doing crowd control. Eureka will target the stronger threats, and I will close off the rear while providing cover fire and ranged healing support. Which we already found out is not healing. Any questions? Nova's hand shoots up. Woo!
How are you gonna heal us from a distance?
Glad you asked. I mean, I'll use my sniper in medic mode.
You're gonna shoot us?
Don't worry, Nova. These regen rounds are perfectly safe. Regen rounds. Yeah, right. What if she forgets to switch modes, huh? She want our leader super reliable. Don't you think so too, Eureka? Yeah. I don't care what the assassin thinks. I don't want to get shot. This conversation is going nowhere. Any other questions? Preferably ones relevant to the mission. That is kinda relevant for all hands stay down.
Okay, but if she's gonna shoot, then she better shoot you first.
Meh.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. I think it's better for you to get healed first, Nova.
Oh, could it be that you don't want to get shot?
Nova, do you need someone to hold your hand?
You stay out of this!
Bum chicka bum bum. There it again, acting like usual despite the eeriness of the place you're in. Objective E looks like an old medbay of sorts. Oh, so maybe you don't need her healing. You recognize some apparatuses from your medical history studies. A blood pressure monitor, a defibrillator, stethoscopes, and IV stands. None of those are mission critical assets, but they're fascinating nevertheless.
Targets ahead.
Eureka sniffs the air. She scrunches her nose.
Weak. Nothing but trash.
Good. That means she has lost interest. In that case... Nova, you're up. Hell yeah! Let's go, Tamper! Chica, keep her safe. Of course! You tackle any small hordes you encounter in this way. Nova blows up the masses Eureka considers too weak to be worthy, and you provide cover fire to assist. Chica keeps you all safe while you do so. There are some surprises, but you maneuver through them well enough. Your advance feels thoroughly under control. You strive to keep it that way. Woo! real X-ray! Nova runs up to a table and picks up a dark, translucent sheet displaying traces of a skeleton. She admires it like a trophy. You know about medical history, Nova? Is that what they teach the heavy artillery nowadays? Maybe it's just her interest. Not really. It's just that the doctor was getting the X-rays in my book. Your book? Yay! I found it during one of our training excursions. It's the coolest book ever. It talks all about all sorts of things people used to do before VVs appeared. Okay, we need to read that. Log 1. Got it. Let's save. Logs. That's not what I clicked. That's definitely not what I clicked. Logs. What the heck? What's going on? Why is it getting out of the gate? It worked! It did work in the past! What is going on? Okay, what if I do it like that? Can I go with... Can I access logs with... Okay, return quits. Logs also quit. Why I could read those before. And I still want to read that. Okay, log 1. Wait. Preferences. Fuck. I wish the logs were available over here on those little buttons. Okay, is there something in here that would allow me to go to the logs? Okay, we'll do it like that. Previously, I don't know, was it here? We'll load here. It still doesn't. Why doesn't it work? What if I do? Okay, let's get out from the full screen. No, it quits as well. I don't know what's happening. I wish I could read that. Log 1. Like this place we're in it was called a hospital and people would come when they were sick or to have babies. I see. It makes sense for their med base to be multi-purpose when they didn't have to worry about virion injuries. Yeah, even their gunpowder was multi-purpose. They used it for something called fireworks. Well, the book doesn't say what for. Your squad approaches a dead end with what appears to be an elevator. You push the button next to the doors. Miraculously, it still works. I would prefer using the stairs, not gonna lie. With some caution, you wait for the elevator to arrive. Fireworks. Maybe it helped them stay warm. Sure. Yeah. I mean, if you got hit by it. No! They shot them high in the sky. Oh, how curious. Yeah. Okay, log 3. Let's try again getting into logs. No. I don't know why. Yeah, they were super weird and creative. Makes you wonder what else we could do with our guns. Swords are versatile too. Oh, we finally see the sword, by the way. Previously we didn't see it at all, I believe. What is it made of? Like, to be completely black. Huh. It's okay, Rika, you can join the conversation. There are many ways to use a sword. Would like to chop veggies? Nothing so basic. Only beginners wield their swords as if they were knives. Your blade's your medium, your enemy. The canvas. It's how you express yourself, and human expression is so varied, so unique. Does your sword dance in the air? Pierce the vitals without mercy, leave the enemy breathless, or does it keep them guessing until their agonizing end? A different outcome, a different possibility, blooms with every opponent. Combined with your sadness, your joy, your exhaustion, your fury, every day creates a new combination, a new stroke. The so-called creativity behind those fireworks pales in comparison. Truly, they could think of no better way to use firepower than launch it in the air. Ha! Honestly, now is the last time you need to have a fight. Then the two doors creak open, you all step inside. The villains inspire us to innovate. So long as they keep coming, the fire of human creativity shall continue to be stoked. What are you on about? Villains don't bring anything good at all! The sooner they all disappear and die, the better! True. I don't expect a mind as simple as yours to understand. Did you just call me stupid, stupid? No, I said your mind is simple. Did you not hear me? Oh, loud and clear, just like you're about to hear my gun in your face! Eureka hops off the cramped elevator before Nova can cloak her with a grenade launcher. She unsheathes her sword with a flourish and beckons Nova over with the curl of a finger. I think our demonstration is in order. Break it on! Nova rushes out of the elevator as well. Not this again. I'll stop them. Wait here a moment, chica. Okay, be careful. You be careful too. You rush out, intent on putting a stop to the fight before you have to report to command any casualties caused by friendly fire. But right as you manage to get in the girl's way and bring them back to their senses, you hear the creak of a medal behind you. By that time you look, there is but a small gap left between you and Chica. What? I'll do some recon downstairs to save us some time. See you all there. Her shrill voice disappears behind the doors as they slam shut. A chill runs down your spine. Why would you go to the lower floor? Something about this feels wrong. Very wrong. You run over to the elevator button and mash it, but nothing happens. That's so stupid to run... What? You know what? Dude, that team is a mess. Absolute mess. We can't afford to wait for it to come back. Find the stairs. You reckon Nova must pick up on the fear in your eyes because they dropped their squabble in an instant. Understood. Let's go! The three will sprint through the building, chaotically slashing and shooting at any virions you encounter. There is no time for strategy nor prudence. After a minute that feels too long for comfort, you find the stairs. You leap down them like a woman possessed, 2 or 3 steps at a time and using... Sounds like a normal thing to do when running. And using the railing to quickly pivot between floors. Oh... That also sounds like a normal thing when you're running. You bust through a basement door and find a room unlike any you have ever seen. Okay. Strange devices buzz with power. Screens flicker with light. Cables dangle over the ceiling, coiled like snakes. 4 reclining chairs arranged in a circle take up the center of the room. There are a series of clasps and belts on each one, with large cabled helmets dangling above. Chica is being hooked into one of them? I'm sorry, what?
Iris! Help!
Yeah. Now you're calling for help. Why the hell did you go off on your own like that? She thrashes around, trying to free herself from the captors that hold her down, but there are too many.
Chica!
The virions that surrounded her are dressed in long white jackets. One of them snorts like a pig, and from its deformed snout a needle shoots out and pierces your arm. A needle! Are these anomalies? They're working together as if driven by some collective objective, but there are at least 8 of them. That can be. Are you seeing double? Your mind spins, wraps the room, thus every object in sight undulates as if made of jelly. A silhouette of Eureka brandishes her sword and charges at an enemy. 8 anomalies against 1 assassin. Not a chance. The smudge you think is Nova tries to line up her shot, but the ceilings are slow as this. You know she starts to keep her squad out of the blast radius. You raise your rifle with shaky arms and aim at the enemy. Wait, is it in attack mode or medic mode? You can't tell anymore. Must be poison. If you can get out of your system, you might still have a fighting chance. Yeah, I mean, shoot yourself, I guess. With that medic stuff. You aim your sniper at your stomach and pull the trigger. Uh-oh. Pain pierces through you and forces the breath after your lungs. Blood and guts go gushing out of your side. Wrong mode. Switches to medic and try again. You lose the floor beneath you as you get lifted, tossed around, then thrown onto a hard surface. Something snorts, breaks the space between your fingers and toes. Snorts slashes onto the veins in your elbows. Snorts shoves something bitter into your mouth. You hear a drill somewhere in the distance or right next to your screams echo behind it, around it, because of it. Something presses your temple. The pain is searing, then overwhelming, then incomprehensible, then dull. Then it is nothing at all. Error. Key subjects decreased. Success conditions no longer met. Confirm to proceed with simulation reboot. Hollow Iris, you're online? Why? It's late. You must recover your strength. Iris. Iris. Hey. Hey. You're on memory again, aren't you? Perhaps. Foolish waste of time. And energy. For the last time, you should be doing leader things, focusing on maintenance and utility. Not wasting our elec on that fake world. It's useless at this point anyway. Won't change a thing. Go to sleep, Eureka. I'll be done soon. I'm not tired. Come train with me, much better use of time. I finished perfecting the bunny slash, I can show you. Another time. Fine, whatever. I won't be long, I promise. Simulation rebooting, please wait.
I'm Eureka. Call sign, Hollow K9X. Assassin.
What? What? What's that? What? What? Alright, I'm so confused right now that I think we'll end the episode. What? Why are we at introductions again? What is going on? Was it all a simulation? What? Yeah. I have no clue what happened. But yeah, let's end the episode. Tomorrow, I guess, expect the next one. And wow. Should we count this as an unsuccessful mission, or was it not a mission at all? In actuality, I have no clue. No clue. Whatevs. Hope you enjoyed, Hope you enjoyed. And as always, if you did, consider liking the video. And if you're new around, consider subscribing. Always appreciate it when you stick around. And of course, have a wonderful day. And hope I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.